Hey guys, Brian here from 5 to Go with Chris from Type 1 Detour. This video is brought to you by Epoch batteries. They have provided me with another 300 amp hour battery. This is a slightly different model than the one that is in my RV, but it is just as powerful and just as capable, and we are installing it in Chris's fifth wheel. So it currently has two normal little crappy lead acid batteries down there, so we're going to replace it with this one. So this will effectively double his usable storage with one battery versus two, and it'll be lighter overall. So it's a good upgrade all around because these guys do want to start doing some boondocking later this year, and they need refrigeration because the whole reason they're called Type 1 Detours is because they are traveling with diabetes and they need to keep insulin cold. So that is what this is for. All of the other battery videos, all of the other technical videos that I have done with you guys have been with other people that know a whole lot about all of this. He's laughing already. It's been with other people that know a whole lot, like Ben. Ben was around for the other battery installs, and we've looked at his installs and all of that. We don't have Ben, we don't have anybody else around, but this video is to show you that two normal guys who know not much, like pretty little, nothing for him and not a lot for me, about installing batteries, we can absolutely install this in that RV with no issues whatsoever. So that's what this video is going to be all about. So wish us luck. Okay, so starting off, here's a good look at this battery. Again, this is an Epoch battery. This is a 300 amp hour lithium battery, 11-year warranty, and lots of other goodies in here. It's got Bluetooth. We've already connected to it and checked it. It's got self-heating, which will help when Chris is up north later this year. So it is going to go in here. So this is the normal, like, you know, generator slash battery bay of a fifth wheel. And it gets a little dark up in here, but here are his two current batteries. He's just got some lead acid batteries in containers, in cases, sorry, with some venting that goes up to here. The venting is going to go away. We're going to reuse the wiring coming through that wall back there. And basically that battery is going to sit right there, and all of that is going to be gone. The only fiddly thing we need to do is that guy right there, because this is his RV, is going to have to climb into the smallest,
tight space,
craziest, tightest space. Let's go look at that. He's going to have to climb into here, all the way back there. That little shiny gridded box back there is his charger, and we just need to put a jumper wire in that to tell that charger to use lithium profiles instead of lead acid. He gets to do that part because it's his rig, and I don't feel like slicing my legs open on his stuff. So we're going to do that later. First thing we need to do is the battery disconnect, right? And then we can start taking all this stuff out.
All right,
Let's go do it. Okay, so Chris's battery disconnect is up on the front wall of this bay here. So we're just going to reach in. And now it is completely disconnected. A lot of you guys, possibly when you store your trailers, have to do that just to make sure the battery doesn't sit there and drain. But for now, it's disconnected from the charger, which is the important thing because we don't want that charger to try charging this battery until it is using the proper profile. So now that that is disconnected, we can go ahead and start pulling out these other batteries. There we go. That's all that is. All right, so we want this one, this positive for the new battery, and this negative for the new battery. All the other wiring is going to go away.
Look much cleaner.
It will, yes. Oh, also, I would just like to point out that we are not doing this with the big fancy Milwaukee toys. Toys is the real word. Milwaukee tools and stuff. We're just using whatever Chris had laying around.
That is a hand-me-down from my dad. Has like 10 socket sets, and it's like pieced together. So
yeah, it'll do the job. It's fine.
It gets the job done when you need it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, never enough room for this crap. Ugh, so heavy. Oh, there's a venting hole down through the bottom too. That's interesting. You see that? That goes straight down through the bottom. So we've got everything out. The batteries are out. All the extra wiring is out. This does have solar prep down in here, so there are 2 sets of hot wires and 2 sets of negative wires. So we're just going to put both of them together on the new battery so everything is the way it was before. We were talking a second ago about orientation and how we're going to strap it down, and also how we want the wires running and how we want it to sit in here that we think is best for moving days and stuff. So we'll get it in here, do a dry test fit, get the wires hooked up, and then we will get the charger. We'll put the little jumper in the charger and then turn everything on, make sure it's all working. And if it is, then we will go ahead and strap it down, and that's it. Like, this is really actually a pretty simple project. So we are a little bit more than halfway there, so let's keep on moving. All right, my big strong man.
Let's get it.
Do we want to move? Let's move this stuff out of the way.
Yes, that's probably a good idea. This is a lot of junk, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is all the crap. This is the top and bottom, both of the cases, extra wiring, 2 batteries, all that crap. And all that's going to go in is that nice pretty one right there. Alrighty, now the fun part.
Getting at the knees.
Yeah, lift with your knees. Yeah, so I'm thinking we'll use that sidewall as a brace. So we'll just slide it a little more all the way that way. I mean, you might want to just at some point cover that with something.
Fill that in. We have some the spray foam stuff that's on the bottom there too.
Oh, you could do that. Just shove that under there and do spray foam. Yeah, so I'm thinking it'll sit here because we've got the wires right here. We got plenty of wire. And then we've got some fabric straps. Yeah, so we've got these little fabric straps here with some tie downs. They're basically, I think they were like marine battery straps, right?
Yes.
So we've got 2 of those. So I think right now we're just going to do one across from front to back. Yeah, so let's wire this thing up, see if it works. These batteries from Epoch do come with nice stainless lugs. So I'm just going to gather up my 2 positive wires here.
Sparky spark.
Yep, that's the only time it should do it. That's funny, I think it's story time real quick. So I have this weird thing, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if it's just me, but I've told this to Aaron and a couple friends, but it's very strange. So whenever I see or hear anything that's weird or electrical, my left elbow tingles. Yeah, Chris just made a face. He's like, what? Yeah, what? I don't know. It can be on TV. We can be watching like a fail video and like, you know, a truck runs into a power line and there's sparks. My elbow will tingle. And just then, it did it. Like, I have no idea what that is from, but that's my weird thing. Yeah, now you know something weird about Brian. So, while we got the camera still going, let's fire up the Epoch mobile app. And when you use the Epoch mobile app with these Bluetooth batteries, there is a MAC address, an MAC address on a sticker on these up here, so I just have to find. So right now we are sitting at 38% state of charge. Charge is on, discharge is on, and all of that. So right now nothing is happening, like there's no charge coming in or going out because everything is disconnected. So now the next step is to, the charger that Chris has in this RV does support charging lithium batteries, but we have to put a little wire jumper into 2 little terminals on the outside of the charger, which is this little wire here that Chris just handed me off camera. So we're gonna, or sorry, not we, Chris is going to climb into that terrible location past all of that plumbing and wiring and put this into the charger, and then we will plug this in and we will see if everybody is happy. So next up is Chris fighting his way through his RV's basement.
So people at home that, you know, normal guys trying to do this, that spark. Is that supposed to happen?
That spark is totally normal. So it's just like changing a car battery. This thing is outputting energy. So when you are hooking up those wires, you're completing the circuit. It is pretty much impossible to not have that spark. So that little bit of spark is fine. If you start connecting it and there's a lot of sparking or smoking or whatever, that would definitely be a problem. I don't know what it would be, but it sounds like something is bad. But that amount of sparking is just like hooking up any high capacity battery like in a car. So totally normal amount of sparking. Nothing at all to be worried about. Alrighty, turn off that potty mouth, Chris.
Yep,
this is
sorry.
A family channel.
PG-13.
Yep, alright, so Chris is, he has contorted himself in here. That is the work site over there. I'm going to hand you the camera, see if you can just show what we are dealing with here.
Absolutely. I can get through these wires here.
Got to get past all the plumbing and the sewer.
So, we need to get to the lithium switch right there. If you can see those red tabs right there. So that's what we need the jump wire for.
Yep.
And it's going to go in there, and that's going to allow this converter to work with lithium. The hard part's going to be getting to it. If I can get to it, I'll figure it out. It's just this here, this little...
Yeah, so there's that bracket thing.
It's not in a very good spot for what I need to do.
Yeah, and there's an outlet and an inverter.
Yep.
Like, if you could just sit there, you'd be golden. But, but alas. Okay, well, this is on video for insurance purposes.
Take one, yes.
There is no take two, Chris. This is do or do not. So while he figures that out, the plan is to get that thing in there, and then we are going to undo this battery disconnect on the other wall here. And then we will fire up the app again and see if it is charging. God, there just is no angle.
There's not.
Wow.
It's very tough here to figure this out.
It's the beauty of RVs, folks. There's no room for anything.
So, but it wasn't going in. So I don't think I was doing it right.
15 minutes later.
Okay, I think we got it.
I think so. We'll see.
See what it looks like.
It's that little white wire right there is what I just put in. And I don't know. I guess we'll see what the next step holds.
Yeah, we'll find out. So
the next step is getting out of here. I got in. Hopefully I can get out.
You want getting out of here on camera, right?
Absolutely.
Here he comes. This is a fifth wheel giving birth to a grown adult male.
Exactly. Oh.
You survived.
I did.
All right. All right, so let's go.
More difficult than it probably needed to be.
Yeah, so I'm going to sit here and turn the app on. And you are going to go do the disconnect.
All right, you ready?
Yep. It is charging at 52 amps. So I think we should be good to go. So balance off and protection off are normal. That means everything is working fine. Charge MOS and discharge MOS means it is charging and discharging, or it is capable of charging and discharging. And it is currently charging at 51 amps. So we will let this go for a little bit and report back and see when that SOC goes up a little bit. All right, we've been keeping an eye on the app, and it is currently at 41% state of charge, up from 38 when we first hooked it up, and it is charging at 47.5 amps. Chris does not have any access to or control over the charger that is in this RV, so we're kind of flying blind here and relying on the information that the battery is giving us because we can't see what that thing is set to do. So we're just going to let it keep going, and now we are going to get a strap on this battery so it will not move around when he leaves the campground tomorrow morning. So I think that's what we're going to do next, and then we are done. Right? Like I told you, this is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, so far. It's kind of scaring me how easy it was.
He's waiting for something to just go woof and explode.
I'm waiting for smoke somewhere.
Yeah, there will be no magical blue smoke. So I think we are good. So we're going to go ahead and get this strap down and call it a day. And I'll leave Chris to pick up all this mess.
Absolutely.
So we've already done the rear bracket just to kind of get where we're going to sit and figure out how to put it down, because the screws that the bracket came with aren't working, but we're reusing the screws from the battery boxes because they're self-tapping and they go right through this metal, no problem. And then that is project done. So just place this. All right, those things are really tight. So now the most difficult part is remembering how these things run through and all this. So I think this goes that way. It'll go up and down and back through here. No. Over first and back and around, down and through here.
15 minutes later.
Okay, I figured it out. So this thing is strapped down. There is no way this is going anywhere. But Chris is going to have a couple travel days coming up, and he's just going to keep an eye on it, make sure it's not sliding around. If it is, there's another strap that he can mount going the other direction, so then it would absolutely be stuck down. Okay, that's it. We're done. It's in. That was very painless. We started, what, like a little after 5:30, I think? And it's 7 o'clock, so hour and a half for two newbies. Hardest parts were getting that... I
don't want to talk about that.
I don't even remember what it's called.
The jump wire.
The jump wire, there we go. He's already blacked it out of his mind.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was the hardest part, and then figuring out that strap. I don't know what was going on, but those straps always throw me for a loop. But it has been plugged in for a little bit, and it is at 50% state of charge, so it is charging, it is happy, and we are both happy. So
absolutely.
Enjoy your new battery.
Thank you. We definitely will.
Yes,
we'll put it to great use.
And thank you, Epoch, for providing the battery. And if you guys want a battery of your own, Epoch has some amazing, amazing stuff. Just go to the link down in the description and check them out. They have some great products. And that little guy down there is going to be trucking and keeping their fridge nice and cold and keeping their medicine good to go. So have fun on your trip. They are leaving Florida tomorrow, or leaving us tomorrow. So you drive safe, have a fun trip with the kids, and we will see you back down here maybe at some point later this year.
Absolutely.
And we will see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.